Oh my goodness, it is so good to be back. What is up, peeps? Hope we're all doing well. I did not talk a single bit yesterday after making that video, and finally, my voice is back. So again, I do want to apologize for yesterday's video. It was so difficult to try and communicate with all of you, and there was so much I wanted to say that I couldn't say because my voice would just completely give out. So welcome back to more CS news. Hope you guys are all enjoying your day, got your coffee and water, and it's great to be back, and so too is S1mple. S1mple is back. He made his FaZe debut, of course, one of the focus for today's video, but how did he do? How was FaZe S1mple? How did FaZe Clan look against Team Liquid? And I would say, all things considered, a stand-in in Skulls, a stand-in in S1mple, I thought they looked okay. You know, I don't think there's many expectations for them to make a deep run here at IEM Dallas, but I think all things considered, they had a pretty good comeback on both the maps they played against Liquid, kept them close, kept them honest, and S1mple had some moments.
Severed off from his teammate, but S1mple stepping around the smoke. It's going to be one. Can he get the second? Yes, he can. Quick flick before being brought down. So 2v2, thanks to Twists and Nerds.
12 seconds on the clock. Only a pair of smokes remaining, held by the players. So what's left for Team Liquid in the 4v5 is a B execute. Smoke's going to go up. They'll start creeping up the ramp. Good counter nade. Chunks them down before it begins, and here's the thrust.
Yeah, under 1 minute left on the clock, and the acceleration is here for Team Liquid, but stopped at the door by Karrigan. S1mple teed up by the distraction, and it's 3 from S1mple.
That round perfect from FaZe. Sit back.
Very quick execute here. Coming in towards the A site, Elige erupts through top middle. Nap down after one. Elige is starting to light up the scoreboard now. And they're into the site. Twist retreating into the bomb site itself, and all of his teammates are gone.
Bombs dropped all the way back at T-spawn, so that might get a little bit weird. This round still has a lot to play out. Twist hiding inside the site. Here's the footsteps at the entrance. That's S1mple, but this is taking his gaze away from Elige. Oh, missed shot, but he gets the conversion.
No way. He can dig him out of the hole. Van Dolken stays alive inside of the site. Shuey turns up. And just enough to close it out. Liquid left.
But we heard Moses talk about this during the game, and a lot of analysts out there saying similar things. This is a trial run for their major. You can have a S1mple flick, you can have a S1mple 3K, but albeit, you know, Skulls won't be here for the major run. We don't think these things will continue to shift for FaZe, and this is their trial run for the major. So we await to see what their next matchup will look like and how these guys will continue to roll out together. But a lot of things are going on. They only have not even just like a dozen scrims together too, so very limited time. What did you guys think about S1mple's performance? I thought one of my favorite parts about this was his troll ahead of time about not getting a visa. He was like, oh, let's just throw a wrench in this plan. Let's just make all these FaZe fans absolutely freak out. Not only 2 stand-ins, but then one of your stand-ins can't get there, so you got another stand-in instead. I love that kind of energy, and so we wait to see how this progresses, how this FaZe can make a run. And if you can't beat a Team Liquid, you're certainly not there yet. But I think it's understandable where they are now. What did you guys think? But the main thing I really wanted to talk about today is this whole beef going on between Donk Stavn, and I always say Stavn, but I know someone's going to say something, Stavn and Jabbi. And it's something that's been progressing, and now I really am curious the backstory of this, because HLTV has now published an article, which will be linked down below, and you guys, of course, saw it yesterday, the in-game chat logs we had during that game, which I thought was funny. Like, we literally need more of that in Counter-Strike. We need these back and forths. We need these teams, you know, beefing a little bit and having this little bit of controversy, because at the end of the day, it's not that serious, right? But now I want to see Team Spirit play Astralis. I want to see those chat logs for the future. I want to see future Stavn and Jabbi interviews and what their 2 cents is on this whole story. A story that Donk says has now gotten personal because they apparently trash talked his best friend, which has led people to wonder, are they talking about Shiro? Are they talking about MagnoJez, his actual best friend? Because the tense he used in that interview has me confused. It didn't seem like an in-the-moment kind of thing. It seemed like something that they had done in the past or multiple times. And so I was wondering who exactly Stavn and Jabbi had trash talked that had Donk so pissed off. As Donk responded to all that, saying, I don't care, to be honest, what he is typing. I just didn't understand why he was typing in chat when he is losing 0-2. It was like 5-3 in the third map. Bro, you're going to lose anyway, so why are you typing? Every matchup that I am facing Astralis, the Stavn and Jabbi duo, it's always personal for me because they were typing crap to my best friend. Every match I have played against them is revenge for my friend. And I was like, people still think this is about Shiro? Like, and again, maybe there's a lack of translation there. Maybe we're missing some context. If we have correction in the future, I will let you guys know. But I was like, there is no way that someone types ZZ, you know? No way someone types that and you're like, every single matchup is now about revenge. Like we missed something, right? We had to. And I feel like that led into our next story of like Donk is never happy. And I'm very curious. I want to make this probably part of a different news headline for you guys to give your full feedback on. But do you guys care about Donk's emotions? Because I saw that post-game interview and I was like, okay, I understand like you're not happy with your team, even though you just won and you're MVP, but I wouldn't mind you showing like a little bit of a smirk, maybe a not so forced smile. For me, it's always so funny because you have Magixx on one end, who seems like the happiest fella on earth. And then you have Donk on the other hand, who seems like winning a major would still make him sad if they don't do it correctly. I don't know. What did you guys think about this? There was a lot of feedback, especially when he was talking about the fans. He was like, I don't care how you feel.
Donk, there was times you got no emotion on your face when they cheer you like that. You don't like it?
I don't care, to be honest.
But you did have a dominant performance. Smile?
Yeah.
But then there's also part of me of like, I mean, I guess we don't get to choose their emotion, right? If he's not happy with the team and their performance, then so be it. Which leads into another part of this, thanks to all of you guys on Reddit, where Shiro was doing an interview on a different stream, and he was talking about how Donk's not happy. Donk looks that way because our performance is not what it used to be. Our performance compared to when we were competing with Vitality has fallen off, which is very true. I mean, Spirit are dropping maps to teams who months ago, we wouldn't even consider them to be in close contention. Remember that Furia series, the way it started out? You would have thought Furia might have been able to take that series, which months ago, that was not even going to be a consideration of Furia versus Spirit. And so I think I understand that to a little bit of a degree. I think for me personally, I wouldn't mind seeing a little happiness though. But again, I can't judge him for it. Like that's the way he feels. And so I kind of see both sides, but I wouldn't mind seeing a little smirk out of Donk every now and again, especially when you win and you're the MVP. So I saw some people passing along judgment of like, okay, we get it, man. You know, you got the hard act going on, but when you win, you can give us a little bit of emotion. You know, you can give the fans a little something. But how do you guys feel about all of that? But until next time, I could keep going. I got to rest this sucker. It's not fully back, and I got to keep it rested because at the point of you guys watching this, in less than 24 hours, I am interviewing the co-creator of Counter-Strike, Min Lee. If you guys don't know Gooseman on Twitter, it's going to be so much fun. I have him set for about over an hour. I have over 40 questions from the community to ask this guy, and there are a lot of good stories that he is set to tell. So I got to rest my voice because I am literally the most excited I've ever been for any interview. Just to give you guys a bit of the opposite of Donk here. I'm about to be really happy. It's just crazy thinking back when I first started making Counter-Strike videos like 8 years ago. To now interviewing the co-creator of Counter-Strike. I'm going to be pretty giddy throughout this interview. You guys will eventually see the full thing, so don't blame me if I'm smiling the entire time. And thanks to all of you guys who submitted questions, and it's going to be a fun one. So till next time, please take care of yourselves. Thank you all for subbing, all right? I appreciate you the most, and we'll see you back here tomorrow. Take care.